Let me say something uncomfortable. If you're a student right now, chances are you're not failing because you're dumb or lazy. You're failing because your brain is exhausted, confused, and running on the wrong rules. Think about it. You know what to do. You know you should study, sleep on time, stop scrolling, stop procrastinating. But somehow, every day ends the same way. Late night, phone in hand, guilt in chest. Promise to fix everything tomorrow. That loop almost destroyed my confidence. There was a time when I genuinely thought something was wrong with me. I couldn't focus for more than 10 minutes. I avoided important work like it was pain. And the worst part? Watching other students move ahead while I stayed stuck. I tried everything people recommend: motivation videos, strict routines, discipline challenges, waking up at 5 a.m. like successful people on YouTube. Nothing worked long term. Until I realized something nobody teaches students. Your brain doesn't change by motivation. It changes by rules. Invisible rules. Rules you follow without realizing. Rules that quietly decide whether you focus or procrastinate, whether you grow or stay stuck. Once I changed these rules, my behavior changed automatically. Not overnight, but permanently. And one of these rules completely flipped how my brain reacts to effort. I'll get to that soon, but first, you need to understand why trying harder is actually making things worse. Rule 1, stop trying to fix yourself. Here's the first truth that rewired my brain. You don't need fixing. When you say, I'm lazy or I lack discipline, your brain accepts that as identity, and identity controls behavior. Psychology shows that the brain protects identity more than goals. So if you believe you're inconsistent, your brain will prove you right. The rule is simple but uncomfortable. Never attack your character. Only adjust your system. Instead of saying, I failed again, say, my system failed. What needs changing? This one shift removes shame, and shame is the biggest productivity killer. When shame goes down, action goes up. Rule 2, your brain doesn't resist work, it resists uncertainty. This changed everything for me. Most students think they procrastinate because work is hard. Wrong. Your brain hates unclear effort. Tasks with no clear start or end feel dangerous. Study chemistry feels heavy. Read page 12 to 14 feels safe. The brain chooses safety every time. So the rule is this: make every task stupidly specific. Not later, not tomorrow, right now. The moment clarity appears, resistance drops. That's why sometimes you randomly feel productive, not because of motivation, but because the task finally feels clear. Rule 3, dopamine is not your enemy. Misuse is. This is where most advice gets it wrong. Students are told dopamine is bad. Quit dopamine. Detox dopamine. That's nonsense. Dopamine is how your brain learns what matters. The problem is you're training it on the wrong things. Every scroll, every notification, every instant reward. Your brain is learning. Effort is optional. Pleasure is instant. So here's the rule that rewired my focus. Dopamine after effort, never before. No scrolling before study, no entertainment before work. But after, enjoy it fully, guilt-free. Your brain starts associating effort with reward again, and focus slowly returns. This is not discipline. This is conditioning. Rule 4, energy comes before time. This rule hit me hard. I used to plan my day perfectly and still fail by afternoon because I was managing time, not energy. Your brain has peaks and crashes. Ignore them and productivity collapses. So the rule became hard tasks only when energy is high. For me, that meant mornings or right after a short walk. For you, it might be different. Stop forcing deep work when your brain is tired. That creates frustration and burnout. When you work with your biology, effort feels lighter. Rule 5, small wins rewire confidence. Confidence doesn't come from success. It comes from keeping promises to yourself. Every broken promise teaches your brain not to trust you. Every small win rebuilds that trust. So I stopped setting big goals. No more, I'll study 6 hours. Instead, I'll show up for 10 minutes. And here's the crazy part. Once you show up, you usually stay longer. But even if you don't, you still win. Your brain learns, I'm someone who shows up. That identity compounds. Rule 6, never end the day with closure. Unfinished mental loops destroy focus. At night, your brain replays mistakes, stress, and guilt. That ruins sleep. Bad sleep ruins tomorrow. So I created one simple rule. End every day by closing mental tabs. What went right? What matters tomorrow? Write it down. Your brain relaxes when it feels organized. Calm brain equals focus brain. Rule 7, consistency is emotional, not logical. This is the final rewire. Most people think consistency is about logic and discipline. It's not. It's about emotion. If your system makes you feel like a failure, you'll quit. If it makes you feel capable, you'll continue. So design systems that feel easy to return to, even after failure. Miss a day? No punishment. Just reset. Consistency isn't never falling. It's falling without quitting. Ending. Listen to me carefully. You don't need to become a different person. You don't need extreme routines or motivation. You just need better rules. Rules that quietly rewire how your brain reacts to effort, focus, and failure. Start with one rule. Just one. Try it tonight. If this video made you feel understood, you're not alone. We're building this together. Like the video if it helped. Subscribe if you want real self-improvement, not fake motivation. And share this with someone who's stuck but doesn't talk about it. Your brain can change. And now you know how.